Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, you guys? Happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve, honey. We are almost there because, baby, this has been a week for me, okay? If you haven't done so already, make sure you get your Black Girl Vitamins using your discount code ReallyBTV. Listen, thank you to everybody who has supported me and has ordered from Black Girl Vitamins. Make sure you guys get over there. They have a special Women's History Month bundle that includes some extra perks and things. So y'all go check it out, okay? All right, okay? Also, honey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all better get it together. Because when I tell you that the tribe is showing up and showing out, honey, we have 5 rooms booked for the cruise. If you don't know about the cruise, here is the flyer. I have it on my community wall. I will send it to you if you need me to send it to you. I'm gonna put it on the community wall again tonight because I do have the updated one here. But it is the weekend of February the 6th through the 9th of 2026. That is Super Bowl weekend. It is on the Utopia of the Seas. It is a 3-day cruise. We'll be leaving out of Port Canaveral, aka Orlando, and we will be going to Nassau and Perfect Day at Coco Cay. You will also we'll be watching the Super Bowl on the cruise. And those are the prices. Your double occupancy. We have ocean view balconies and interior rooms reserved. But if you want a different room, when you call, just tell them. I know we had a situation with one of our subscribers who wanted a different room, and I think some things were not understood on the part of the guy who was doing her reservation. But just let them know that you want a this damn camera is pissing me. It's really been acting up lately. I don't know what this blurriness is. But when I tell you I'm so excited, we have 5 rooms booked. So we have a good little group. So y'all get on it. Those prices, those prices are good until April the 4th. After that, we might be able to negotiate and keep those prices for another 30 days. But baby, I can't promise that. But I know they're good until April the 4th. And the cruise does not have to be paid off until November the 23rd. So you have plenty of time once you book it to finish paying it off. Okay? All right. With that being said, let me say hi to the people. Hey, Marnie, Nubian Mahogany. What's up, Powerful? Hey, C Golden, DB. What's going on? Powerful told me to hurry up. Girl, I was coming. Brittany, Nikki. Well, first of all, El Teddy asked me to push it back. I guess he was running over a few minutes, and I forgot to change the time. And then I was late for that. So, my bad, y'all. Nikki, Tan. What's up, Halfpin? Lovely Nola. What's up? Hey, CJ, Tabari. What's up, grown woman? Don't try me. Hey, Katrina. What up, Chuck? Hey, boo. Auntie Eva, Ray all day. Cajun. What up, Yana? Brandon. Southern Belle. Montrez. Sharice. Alexis. Miss Baythang. What up, y'all? Hey, Shakira, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, my love? Shelly, I ain't seen you in a while either. Come on in. What up, JB? What it do? Did you get caught up on Behind the Gates yet? What's up, Quake? Hey, Candy. Powerful sent you some stuff. Didn't know if you saw it. Hold on. I did see. Let me tell you something. I saw when you sent me something, but I did not open it up and read it. I think when I saw it, I didn't. I don't know, but I did see you. So hold on, let me open it up now. Hold on. Oh Lord. Okay, give me a second, y'all. Hold on, let me hear this because I might need to talk about it. Hold on. Give me. Girl, why you send me that? Now I'm about to. Now I gotta add. Now I gotta add Tamar. Now I gotta add. Hold on. Let me add Tamar to the list, child. We got a lot of people to talk about today. Let me add Tamar to the list. Tamar addressed what happened with Craig. And you know, it's okay. Listen, shutting up is free. It is free 99. Shutting your mouth is free. Okay, we're gonna get to Tamar because we got some other things to get into before we get into Tamar. We do the church announcements. We did the church announcements. Okay. Books and Bourbon. I have the hotel link. If you're not a part of the Instagram group, let me know so I can add you to the group. If you're interested in coming to the Louisville Book Festival in October, we have a link for the hotel. We have a rate of $152 a night. I don't know if you're going to beat that. I am putting together the package, the souvenir package. I'm going to tell y'all now. You said when the package at. Okay, well, let me tell you now. KJ, you'll be doing a lot. The package is going to include a t-shirt, transportation to the book festival, entrance to 2 of the distilleries, and it will also include swag from the book festival. I'm not sure what that swag is going to be yet. I want it to be either the canvas bag from the book festival or a book from one of the authors there. And I might be able to do both. I'm working on it. But that's what it is. I think I don't even want to say the price. I'll say the price in the group. But again, nobody is obligated to buy the package. You could do your own thing, and that's fine. But that's what I'm working on now. Okay. You need in on the group, the Books and Bourbon group, just send me a message to my Instagram and I can add you to the group. Send me a message to my Instagram. ReallyBTV_ on YouTube, and I'll add you to the group. Okay. All right. So let's get into the things that we had because we got a lot to talk about today, child. We might be here a minute. Get comfortable because we got some stuff. We got some shit to talk about. Okay. Come on in. It's 158 of y'all in here. I don't know. Tracy, if you drop that, is Tracy here? Because she's gonna need to open up the bar because we got a lot to talk about tonight. Okay. Rosie O'Donnell says she moved to Ireland. She said her and her 12-year-old daughter are moving to Ireland. She said until further notice. She said we are going to Ireland until the country gets their sense back. That's what she said. She said until the United States get their senses back, me and mine, we gone. Now, Her other children are no, El Teddy, you cannot. Her other children are grown, so they can choose to stay. But her minor child, which is 12, she said, yeah. Now, Rosie just moved back to LA like maybe 2 years ago. And she bought a home in Malibu. Well, I don't know. No, she was living in Malibu. I don't think she bought a house there. I know she had to evacuate, but I do not know whether the home perished in the fire. I don't remember. But I'm here for Rosie. I'm with you, girl. Gone over to Ireland. You know, she probably know people there. You know, she probably got Henry Louis Gates to trace her roots. She probably to find her great granddaddy. Go on over there, girl. Go on over there. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. Okay. So Rosie says she's gone. She's going to Ireland. Okay. Lisa Barlow, down to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, allegedly is refusing to film because she is demanding $1 million from Bravo. She missed the first group filming. You know, they're filming the new season. She missed the first group of event. And she's even taking Real Housewives of Salt Lake City off of her bio on Instagram. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all know I never did finish last season, even though I heard last season was good. But I never finished it, not because the season wasn't good. I just think, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I got sick of, I think I got sick of it, and I just didn't. But can I be honest and tell y'all, I don't give a damn if Lisa don't come back. Girl, Lisa, you annoy me. You're one of the reasons why I stopped watching last season, because I really got sick of you and your whining. If we're going to call a thing, let's call a thing a thing. You were getting on my nerves. Browin was getting on my nerves. And after that, I think the last episode I watched was that episode where her husband browbeat her for acting a fool on their little group trip after Lisa got sent home and had to ride coach. And she act like riding coach was the worst thing ever. Let me explain something. See, this way I be getting sick of y'all. I be getting so sick of these people, these B-list, you wasn't even B-list, these D-list celebrities, just because you can afford to sit in first class. Somehow, I haven't flown first class since college. Girl, don't nobody give a damn about the fact that you ain't been in first class since college. Girl, get on that flight and go to hell home. The fact, and I even understand you saying, damn, they don't have nothing in first class. I ain't even been on, I get that. But the way you made such a big deal about it, girl, if you don't go it literally was like an hour flight. If you don't go sit your ass down and down to the row MA, what row was that? Row 36A, and sit your ass down and wait for this flight to go up and land. That ain't even long enough for them to hand out drinks. Okay? Them hour-long flights, they barely even had time to hand out drinks. Child, let me tell you, one time I flew to New York, and it was from D.C. to New York on a flight. It's like 45 minutes. Baby, they bumped me to first class only because it was an empty flight, and it wasn't nobody. When I say it was an empty flight, child, first class was empty, okay? There was nobody else on that flight. It was like leaving at like 7 o'clock at night or some shit like that. And they put me in first class, and I was like, ooh, first class, ooh, first class. Girl, let me tell you something. That lady gave me that drink. I didn't even get a chance to take 2 sips, and she was like, girl, I couldn't even get comfortable. I don't even think I had time to lean back. An hour flight, if you don't go sit your ass down. So honestly, that was the last episode I watched. That's why I just couldn't get caught up. So Lisa, girl, nobody care. Nobody care. I'm not a Lisa fan, but a lot of the drama surrounds her because so many of them want to be her friend. Girl, who want to be her friend? They want to be Lisa Barlow's friend? Huh. I didn't realize they did. Okay. All right. Shout out to Lisa Vanderpump. Y'all know that she has her restaurants and stuff down to the Las Vegas Pump and all that other stuff. Well, it seems as though she is getting her own boutique hotel down. It's a hotel there that's going to be renovated. And it's going to be her own boutique hotel. It's going to be Vanderpump, the Vanderpump Hotel or whatever they're calling it. Listen, shout out to Lisa. Lisa is doing the thing. She is doing the thing. When me and Abby was in Vegas, we was going to go to Pump because I said, I just want to go to Pump, take a picture of the menu, show that I was there. I wasn't rich enough to go to Pump. I'm just going to call a thing a thing. I wasn't rich enough to go to Pump, okay? I went online. First of all, we couldn't get even if we was rich enough to go, child, we couldn't even get a reservation. Because when I called them, when I went online to look at the menu, and then I called, I feel like they didn't even have a reservation for us, or the reservation was going to be at a time or something, whatever it was. That's number one. Number two, when I pulled up that menu, I said, well, maybe we could just go sit at the bar and have a drink, have a cocktail. Can I tell y'all this? When I looked at the menu, not only was the stuff ridiculously priced, in my opinion, I didn't even see nothing on the menu I wanted. So not only do I not want to pay $30 for a sandwich, I didn't even see a sandwich I wanted. Y'all know how some menus are so complicated that it make you not even want nothing on the menu? That's how it was. Let me pull it up right now. What's her other restaurant? It was Pump. And what's the other restaurant in Vegas, y'all? What's the other one? Because I don't think it was Pump. I think it was her other restaurant. But I'm going to pull up Pump. What's her other restaurant in Vegas? Somebody put it in the chat for me, please. Yeah, that's what it was, the Cocktail Garden. So let's look at the Cocktail Garden. It says Caesar's Palace. Let me pull it up. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Let's look at the menu. Let's look at the brunch menu. Sir. It might have been Sir, y'all. It might have been Sir. But let's just pull up. Let's look at Pump. All right. The brunch menu. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, we know we can't afford nothing. They don't even have the price on the menu. That's when you really know you can't afford it, when they don't even have the price on the menu. Now that's the brunch menu from Pump. Let me go to the drink menu. Maybe they'll have a drink prices. Okay, so a Velveteen Rabbit, which is dry gin, hibiscus, raspberries, velvet farlum, lemon, and aquafaba. I don't even know what this shit is. It's $24. That's just for the drink. It's $24. And I think I saw that and I was like, oh no, we good. Because $24 for a drink, I don't even think. Let me see. Let's look at the dinner menu. Let's just look at the dinner menu. Okay. Again, they don't have the prices on here, y'all. That's when you know, when they don't put the prices on the menu, that's when it's probably like, you know. It was pretty. Now, it was beautiful. We passed it. We drove right by. It is beautiful. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I would never go, because I've gone to Vegas and gone to I went to Emerald Lagasse Steakhouse in the Venetian. Oh, baby, that food was so good. We went back the next night. I mean, I'll spend money in Vegas, but just for that particular time, but that was when we went for Abby's birthday. We had other things to do, and I was like, because we had already gone out. We went out to a steak dinner the first night. We went for Abby's birthday. And I just thought that would be a nice place for us to go. You know, I was like, we could do the whole, we went to Vanderpump, but I think we did look at Sir's menu. No, I don't know, but it was beautiful. It was a beautiful restaurant, but I'm here for it. And no, Lisa did not get run off of Beverly Hills. She left. She picked up her purse and she walked out the front door, not the back. Okay? Because trust and believe, if Lisa called tomorrow and say I want my diamond back, Andy is gonna bring her back on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Trust. If Lisa called tomorrow and say I want my diamond back, they will be pissing themselves to get her a contract. Andy might fly across the country and hand it to her himself. Okay. Okay. But moving right along, that was Lisa Vanderpump. Okay, let's see here. The Kennedy Center has canceled their Pride events. I'm sure no one is surprised to hear that. The gay men's choir, and somebody else was supposed to perform. It's all canceled. Child, it's canceled. It's canceled. I heard that. I'm so lost. I heard that's the rumor, but I don't know how true that is. They said that Andy Cohen has a big announcement that he's going to make in April, and the rumor is that he is walking away from Bravo. I don't believe he's going to walk away. What I do believe is that he might reduce. He may reduce some things. For example, Andy, we don't need you to host every reunion. Andy, you don't need to do Watch What Happens Live. Andy, you don't need to do your radio show. Too much controversy. He ain't got no controversy going on right now. Hell, if they was going to make him step down, they should have made him step down a year ago. I think Andy might be reducing his hours. I mean, he is getting older. His kids are getting older. He doesn't need the money. I just think he might be just, like, for example, in the last 2 weeks, Andy has done, 4 reunions? He did Traders, Beverly Hills, Married to Medicine. Maybe it was just 3. Traders, Beverly Hills, Married to Medicine. Potomac was about a month ago. Something else he did, I feel like, but it was just 3. He announced his news would be leaked in the lawsuits. Well, his news were already leaked. I saw his news 2 weeks ago. His news were already leaked. They're out there. They're already there. Yeah, I mean, his news have already been out there, so I don't know. Yeah, his news are already out there. Southern Child, yeah, so he's done 4 reunions in 2 weeks on top of Watch What Happens Live, on top of doing his radio show every day. Now, radio show, we know people can do a radio show from anywhere. It's it's more of like he can do his radio show from anywhere, so I'm not worried about that. Summer House and Southern, yeah, so he's had a busy 2 months, you guys. I don't see him quitting cold turkey. I could possibly see him cutting back, but I do not see him quitting cold turkey. And yeah, somebody said April Fool's joke. Yeah, whenever it comes to these things happening around the month of April, I just hold my horses until we see what happens. Because, ain't nobody got time for all these April Fool's jokes, child. Ain't nobody got time for it, okay? No, I don't think Jeff Lewis, because half of the Real Housewives, half of the housewives hate Jeff Lewis. I don't think Jeff Lewis will be able to do it because Jeff Lewis isn't their boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, Andy can get away with a lot of stuff, and I'm sure that there are people who don't like Andy or that Andy gets, irritates them, but at the end of the day, they know they got to answer to Andy. They don't have that same thing with Jeff Lewis. And I don't see them putting Jeff Lewis in that position because a lot of those women, I mean, Dorit just got finished going off on Jeff Lewis 2 nights ago. So I don't think so. I don't think so. I could see them. Now, I can say this. I could see them maybe incorporating Jeff Lewis into different things, but I don't see Jeff Lewis doing like being a full-time anything. Yeah. What up, Epps? Hey, boo. Kate from Below Deck. Oh Lord, no. No more Kate. I can't. I know some people love her, but she irritates me. I can't. No more. I can't do Kate. What up, Face? They need to bring Bev Smith back. No. Is it true PK called up the divorce? I don't know. I don't know. Chuck, I didn't see anything about it, but he may have. But I didn't see anything about it. I know when she did Watch What Happens Live, I know PK was in New York, but they said PK was down to the club with his new girlfriend. So I don't know. Look, Face. Look at all the people showing you love. They done misted you, Face. They had misted you. I got a chance to hang out with the PO a couple of weeks ago. Doesn't Bev have a show on Radio Andy? She might. I don't listen to Radio Andy because I don't have Sirius XM. So I don't know what's on radio. I don't know what's on Andy's. I don't know. I didn't realize Andy had his own channel on Sirius XM. I knew he had a radio show. I didn't know he had his own channel. Okay, Andy. Yeah, I don't want Bev either, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Cash App. Oh, thank you, my love. Powerful. I thought I added you to the group. Okay, girl. I'll add you as soon as I get off of here. Sorry, boo. Sorry, boo. We got to get another Really BTV, the podcast episode. I miss y'all. I know. Listen, look, y'all know life been life in. But we do need to get Face back with all of his, because y'all Face was actually trying. He was trying to watch the shows and keep up on shit that I know he didn't give a damn about. I love him for that. I love him for that. Yeah, his channel canceled out XM, so I canceled my subscription. Huh? You said his channel canceled out XM. I don't even understand what that means, because XM and Sirius, they merged years ago before Andy even had a show. So I don't know what you're talking about, Chuck. Because I had XM, but XM and Sirius, they merged, hell, probably 15 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about. But okay. Okay. Where we gonna go next? Tiger Woods has a biopic coming that is going to be produced by the Obama's production company. So shout out to them. Thank you, cuz. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Shout out to them. We'll be here to see what the Tiger Woods is talking about. I wonder how they're gonna handle him running down the street chasing his car when his wife found out he was cheating, and then she hit him with the car or threw something at him, or something crazy happened that night, child. Out XM was a channel. Oh, I got you. I didn't know what. Listen, I didn't know what you was talking. I didn't know what you was talking about. I got you now. I got you. She hit him with a golf club. That's what it was. I wonder if he's gonna be I wonder if he's gonna be open about that and let it be known what happened, what really went down, honey. Tiger Woods is dating Don Jr.'s ex-wife. Sure, I could care less. You know. She bust out the back window. Right, that's what it was. Yeah. With the golf club. I remember now. Okay, got it. I got what you're saying now, Chuck. I didn't know that there was a channel called Out XM. I didn't know. I didn't know. They're probably not going to get into that little baby. I doubt they're going to get into his political leanings. They're just going to probably stick to golf and his family situation, child. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it. Because I respect what he did for the game of golf, but I've never been a Tiger Woods fan. Yep, and I remember his wife got that nice divorce settlement. I said, you better. Her and Michael Jordan's wife. Child, you better. Speaking of divorces, see, that'll take me straight into my next story. Teyana Taylor's divorce is final. And listen, they must not have had no prenup. They must not have had a prenup, because let me tell y'all what Teyana got in the divorce. Let me tell y'all what she got in the divorce, because, honey, I said, oh, they must not have had no prenup around them parts. Hold on, let me get to it, y'all. Let me get to it. Is this it right here? No, that ain't it. Hold on. Child, Lord, I swear I can't be find nothing. Here it is. Teyana Taylor divorce settlement. She got 4 houses. Now, I don't know how many houses they owned, but baby, she got 4 of them. She got 4 houses valued at over $10 million. A one-time 7-figure payment. So we don't have the amount, but we know it's over $1 million. And various luxury cars, including a $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She also retains 100% ownership of her companies, as she should. Iman is supposed to pay $8,000 per month for child support for their 2 daughters and will cover the cost of private school education. I'm still stuck on the 4 houses. Now, for all intents and purposes, the tour bus probably did belong to Teyana, because I mean, I know Iman tried to come out with like some rap albums, some rap drops, but nobody was buying that. The tour bus probably does belong to Teyana, okay? But how many houses did y'all own? Now, Lil Baby said that the divorce settlement was supposed to be sealed, so she don't know how any of that information got out. But she ain't say it wasn't true. She ain't say it was a lie. Someone said the divorce settlement is fake news. Well, let me tell you something. The mama didn't say it was a lie. The mama said, I don't know how the information got out. I know they were living in Atlanta. I don't know where she lives now, but they were living in Atlanta. The same way it got out. Remember when she filed for the divorce, and she filed for the divorce under their initials, and it got out? So, because remember, she had filed for divorce like 6 months before we found out about it. But it was Iman filed some paperwork or something, and that's how it even got out. She said they both got millions in the end. I'm sure they did. I mean, I'm sure they both walked away good. But that was just wow. The 4 houses is where And the divorce was finalized last year, yeah. Mm-hmm. My Aunt Alberta did better than Monique. Well, because Monique had a prenup. See, that is why having a good prenup, Monique had a prenup. So, but Monique, she all right. She's probably getting a good little piece of change every month for child support. She all right. Child, Teyana ain't doing no Real Housewives of Atlanta. I wish I would. She ain't doing no real. I could see her doing her own reality show again before I see her joining an ensemble cast. I mean, this is a woman that has had 2 reality shows that were all her. I don't see her doing an ensemble. And she would eclipse all of those women. And I don't mean on wealth or anything like that. I just mean on notoriety and celebrity. She would eclipse all of those women. Baby, did y'all see? They said those ratings were low for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody was talking about the premiere and all of that. They said the ratings. They said that was the lowest premiere for the Real Housewives of Atlanta in years. I don't have the exact year in front of me, but I'm surprised that the premiere was low, because I think a lot of people were anticipating it. So I was surprised that the premiere was low. Cajun, you don't watch Atlanta, so you don't count. You don't count, Cajun, because you don't watch the show. Baby, let me tell y'all something. Teyana Taylor, look, and her body is Even after 2 kids, baby. Body, yaddy, yaddy. Okay. They kept it on hold too long. I think it's too many people that we don't know and we don't care about. Like, I'm all for new blood, but we don't. It would be different if it was new blood and these were people we knew. Like Shamia, we knew who Shamia was. I don't know nothing about Kelly. I don't know nothing about. I still don't look. I watched the whole first episode and I still don't know nothing about Britt. Like I still don't even know who this woman is. I don't know why she's on the show. I don't know what she's done for people to think that I want to see her on the show. Like I don't know nothing about her. That was the live views most people. Now, okay, so yeah, that's true. A lot of people do watch it on Peacock, or they watch it like they put it in their DVR and watch it later. That is true, y'all. Now that is true. That people not really watching the lives like that. That's true. That's true. Okay. You didn't know it was coming back? Excuse me. Yeah, I ain't know that, Shamia. You right. I ain't know that, Shamia. Baby, that Abbott Elementary episode last night, baby, or the other night with the karaoke. Was that last week's? Was that this week's episode with the karaoke? Baby. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all are sleeping on Abbott, I don't know what to tell y'all. I said I was going to like do. I said I was going to review Abbott on the teacher channel just to be able to talk about education because they get so much right. Let me tell you something. Abbott Elementary gets so much right in a satire way, but it is so on point. It is so on point. They get so much right. And I said I was going to, but I just never did get around to it. I never got around to it. But even down to Ava, again, the situation is exaggerated. But baby, I can't tell y'all how many principals I have had or have been in contact with that are not qualified to do the job, but they got the job because of who they know. Now, Ava's case was more of who you blackmailing, but because of who you know, baby, I can't tell you how many principals are underqualified and don't know nothing. Allegedly, Teyana and Iman had a prenup, but it was avoided due to him breaching the infidelity clause. Teyana said to split everything down the middle, but he wanted to fight it. Oh, well, there you go. And a lot of people do have infidelity clauses and stuff like that in their prenups. And some prenups are only good for a certain amount of years. Like I know, what's her name? Star Jones, her prenup was only good for a certain amount of years. If they had stayed married longer than, I think it was like 15 years. I don't remember how many years, but if they had stayed longer than a certain amount of years, the prenup would have been voided. Ava cracks me up. She has a good heart, but bad at her job. She's actually gotten better, but you're right, child. Ava's a whole mess. A whole hoop. A whole hoop. But yeah, I love me some Abbott. All right, y'all. Let's get into some of these heavier stories, honey. Let's get into some of the... Oh, what did I just drop? Oh, okay. All right, before we get into the heavier stuff, didn't Janet Jackson run out the time on her prenup? Oh, I don't know nothing about Janet Jackson and her prenup. I don't know. I think that from my understanding, and this could not be true at all, but from my understanding with Janet Jackson, once she had that baby, there's certain things that are in the divorce. Like, I think that's why they said that she was dressing so conservatively. But it looked like she's coming out of that. Maybe that was only good for a certain number of years. Because this last Vegas run, she giving midriff and sheer, and we starting to see some of her skin again, honey. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I know she good though, because that man, he got money, honey. All right, let's get into it. So before we get into the more serious topics, let's get into a little bit of shit we did not ask for. We haven't had one of these in a long time. If you are new here, we have a segment here called shit we did not ask for. Okay. You said whatever happened to Star Jones' ex, Al Reynolds? Al Reynolds was over on Fox, TGIF, and then he was a professor at Florida A&M, or he was a professor or something, child. Al Reynolds is around. Hell, we talk about Al Reynolds more than we talk about Star Jones. Not that Star Jones ain't doing her thing. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying he's in like celebrity news and gossip and stuff like that. Star been mind her business, baby. Star done found herself a celebrity chef. She done moved to Chicago and she is living her best life. Star Jones is good, okay? She done lost that weight, honey, and Star Jones is good, okay? So again, for those of you who are new here, shit we did not ask for, it's usually like food or a TV show or something like that we did not ask for. If you are a member, you have your emojis. But if you do not have your emojis, if you are not a member, you can still play. So I'm going to tell y'all what it is, okay? 1, if it's something you asked for. 2, it's something you did not ask for. Or put a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no, okay? Remember, a 1 in the chat if it's something you asked for. A 2 in the chat if it's something you did not ask for. And a 3 in the chat if it's just a hell no. Okay? Now, I feel like most of y'all are going to say y'all asked for this. I feel like most of y'all are going to say that y'all asked for this. Popeye's Blackened Ranch, Sweet Heat, and Mardi Gras mustard sauces are headed to supermarkets. So if you like Popeye's Mardi Gras mustard, Sweet Heat, or their Blackened Ranch sauces, you can now go to the grocery store and buy you a whole container of it. You don't have to go by Popeyes and ask for a couple of, can I get a couple of them? Can I get some sauces? You can go to the grocery store and get you the whole thing. Okay, I see a 2. I see 1. Okay, I see some 1s. Nola, listen, lovely Nola said, I love them all. I love all of them. Quake said, yes, please. Okay. The only thing I'm going to say is I have found in the past that when they start mass producing it like that, it don't always taste the same. But okay, I see. See, I knew most of y'all was going to want it. I knew most of y'all was going to want your sauces. Look at that. Look at all them 1s. Look at all them 1s. Okay. Okay. Your city probably won't get it. I'm sorry, Montrez. Melly said, I don't need it. All right. So let's talk about this Wendy Williams situation. Child, Wendy Williams, I have not had a chance to listen to Wendy Williams down to the interview she did today. I have not had a chance to look at it. But baby, can we talk about the fact that Wendy Williams and her niece were seen at dinner? And allegedly there's a police report that was filed on her niece. Oh, Lord, honey. Let's get into it. Let me read y'all this article on what allegedly is going on with the niece, honey. Now, this is the niece that has been, on all her interviews and stuff like that. This is the niece that we always hear with her. Wendy Williams' ongoing legal and personal struggles took another dramatic turn after the assisted living facility where she has been residing reportedly filed a police report accusing her niece of unlawfully taking her out to dinner. According to TMZ, the incident unfolded Wednesday night when Fine, who was in New York to accompany Williams back to the facility after a hospital visit, took her aunt out for an Italian dinner. However, the facility where Wendy has been staying for the past 8 months contacted New York City Police Department alleging that Fine evaded staff to remove the former talk show host from the building. Yet, an unidentified source disputed the claim, telling reporters that the former television host would not have been able to leave the 5th floor memory unit without an attendant pushing the elevator button. They also stated that an attendant actually accompanied Williams and her niece down to the lobby and even escorted them to the Uber. Upon returning from dinner, Williams appeared visibly frustrated, calling the situation unbelievable. Fine, equally shocked, explained to cameras outside, I was told that at some point the police were called because the facility was saying that allegedly I took my aunt whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if there's any updates to this story, but I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit. Because here's why. I'm going to call bullshit, and I'm going to tell you why. How'd she get off that 5th floor if she didn't have help? Because if Wendy Williams is on, like, see, here's the thing. You can't have me believe two things at the same time. It's either A or it's B, but it can't be C. I'm going to tell you why. You want me to believe that Wendy is on this memory unit that she can't get off of without somebody letting her off of the unit, and for her own good, because y'all say she, got the dementia and all that other stuff. But then you mean to tell me on the flip side, her niece can just come in there and just whisk her out of there without nobody knowing she left the floor? What happened to the security? Because I feel like if it was that easy for Wendy to get off that floor, Wendy would be getting off that floor every day. How's she been locked up on that floor for the last couple of months? She said she can't even go down to the altar to get her some lipstick without permission. How'd she get off the floor without help? I can't believe this. Right. So if the staffer let them off the floor, then why are you coming after the niece? You need to be going after the staffer. I just call bullshit. I know everybody gonna believe what they want to believe, and that's fine. But I don't believe it. I don't believe the story. I believe that she had permission to take her out to dinner. I just do. Because I don't know how she got out of that facility without help. If a staffer walked them all the way out to the Uber, they have cameras. You mean to tell me nobody saw it on the camera? Nobody saw them on the elevator? Nobody, he used his key to access the elevator, walked them right on out to an Uber? Man, stop it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Mo Walker said no, she didn't have permission. I don't believe it. I believe she did. I don't believe it went down the way they said it went down. I just don't. I don't. Now, what I believe might have happened, here's the thing. Here's a story. Here's a story that you can make me believe. And I'm not saying that they need to convince me. I'm just telling you, here's a story that you can make me believe. The story that you can make me believe is that the facility gave the niece permission, but when the guardian found out, the guardian got pissed. And the guardian made noise, and therefore the facility had to respond. Now, that's a story you can get me to believe. And again, you ain't got to convince me of nothing. I am nobody in this situation. But you're not going to convince me that niece, who y'all already got an issue with, let's call a thing a thing, the niece that the guardian already has an issue with, you're not going to make me believe that niece walked up in there, didn't have to go through no security, didn't have to check in nowhere, didn't have to show no ID, didn't have to sign no paper. Hell, I have to sign it when I go to the hospital to go visit a friend. I got to show my ID. I got to tell them what room I'm going to. And they keep up with how many people are up there. If you got too many people, you got to wait for somebody to come down, because that person already got too many visitors. Trust and believe, if they got that much security just going to a regular old hospital to go visit a friend that got sick, you're not gonna convince me that the niece didn't have to jump through hoops and roll through a roll underneath, a barbed wire to get up to Wendy's room. I could even see if they said Wendy made it down to the lobby and the niece was waiting in the lobby. The niece was upstairs on the 5th floor. That ain't what the article said, Mo. Hold on. Let me go back to the article. Hold on. Let me go back to the article, because that ain't what the article said. Hold on. Let me go back to the article. Let me go back. I might have misunderstood the article. Hold on. Let me go back, Mo. Let me go back. Hold on. Wendy Williams. See, I've already closed out the article, child. Wendy Williams. Okay. They said that she was bringing the aunt back, but I still don't believe she was. I still don't feel like that's kidnapping. Why she can't go out to dinner with her niece? Why she can't go out to dinner with her niece? See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Why are we treating this woman like she's a criminal? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. Let me go back, because I might have misunderstood, okay? Okay, she was seen in New York with her niece return. As she returned to the assisted living, she had been for the last several months. Okay. Outing for the personality. Okay. The outing came 2 days after remove. Okay. So she was coming back from. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me rewind. So she was leaving the hospital, going back to the facility. So, okay, I still don't feel like the niece did nothing wrong. Why she can't take her aunt to dinner? Most say because the facility is responsible for her safety. Then why they ain't pick her up? How did niece get her out the hospital to begin with then? Because I still go back to what I just said. When I go to the hospital to visit somebody, I got to show ID. I got to tell them where I'm going, what room I'm going to. You mean to tell me that they didn't have her on no sort of special unit? If the girl, she's not a girl, the woman, if that woman got dementia and and for her own safety, they have her. I don't no, I still don't believe it. I take back what I said. I thought she was at the facility, but I still don't believe that this woman was wrong for taking her auntie out to dinner before taking her back to the facility. I don't care. I hear what you're saying, Mo Walker. We just gonna disagree on this one, and that's fine, boo. I still love you, but no. If she was at the facility, somebody should have been with her 24/7 at the hospital. Why wasn't nobody with her? Why wasn't nobody with her? I don't understand. Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, see these things, look, you ain't gonna piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Two things can't be true at the same. Well, sometimes they can be. But in this situation, if she was at a facility and she got sent to the hospital from that facility, and at that facility, she is on a unit under security where she can't have visitors without going through a security check, and she can't leave out on her own volition for security purposes because she has dementia. Now, you mean to tell me if that facility was so concerned about protecting her, why was she at that hospital by herself when it was time for her to be released? But that's what I'm saying, Mo. I don't believe that Denise didn't have permission. I don't believe that. I believe Denise had permission to take her auntie to dinner. I don't believe that. I don't understand. This woman what did she do? What did Wendy Williams do? They are treating this woman worse than a damn criminal. What did she do? Why she can't go to dinner? And for them to call the police? Come on, man. No. That's ridiculous. They call the police? Exactly. When I was in the hospital, let me tell you something. When I was at the rehab facility, and I had to go to the hospital to go to a doctor's appointment, they took me. My mother followed behind me in her car to the hospital, but they transported me. And when my mother was like, I can take her, they were like, no, because if something happens, if she falls and she hurts herself, we're responsible. They wouldn't even let me get in my mother's car. And when it was time for me to go, they knew what time my appointment was. They knew when my appointment was over. They were waiting for me when I got done with the appointment. And my mama was with me the whole time. And they wouldn't let my mama drive me. So I don't understand. And I don't have dementia. I ain't had nothing. I just couldn't walk. I was in a wheelchair. Abby said, in a long-term nursing facility, my grandma had dementia. The doors to her ward were locked to keep them from wandering off. But believe me, we took her to church every Sunday. All she had to do was alert the staff. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, y'all, I'm sorry. This shit, I need to get some more water. And even if there was some, misunderstanding or whatever, when they found out that woman was with her niece going to dinner, y'all, I just calling the police. Calling the police. Ridiculous. All right, let's get on to the next stuff, child. We got other stuff to talk about, honey. We ain't even got to the Diddy and the Jay-Z of it all. And we got some Politricks to talk about today. We got a lot of shit to cover, child. Hold on. It does. It just Now, let me give y'all the update to the story we did yesterday. Jay-Z's accuser said that tape was manipulated and that she was coerced into what we heard. Now, I'm going to read y'all what was said. And I mean, we expected this. Listen, we expected this woman, she's a woman, sorry. We expected this woman to come out and say that tape was manipulated and it wasn't real, child. That's what we expected. But let's get into it. The woman who accused Sean Carter and Diddy of assaulting her after the MTV Music Awards in 2000 has been heard on a recording admitting that Jay-Z didn't have anything to do with the sexual acts, and her lawyer pushed her to sue. The recording is an exchange between the woman known anonymously as Jane Doe and two private investigators associated with Jay-Z. He was just there, but he didn't have anything to do with it, she is quoted as saying. I'm sorry. Jane Doe is quoted as saying that Tony Busby pushed her to go forward with the lawsuit against Jay-Z. The other investigator asked her if it was Busby who suggested Carter had a role in the alleged assault. He was the one that kind of pushed me towards going with him, she said. Busby did? Yeah, the woman replied. However, Busby denied these allegations and he produced his own recording. We talked about all this yesterday. In a statement sent to Rolling Stone, he said her position is very clear and has never changed. The tape is a pieced together fabrication. The investigators tormented and harassed and tricked that poor woman and took what she said out of context and secretly recorded her. She stands by her claim that Jay-Z was there at the party and that he assaulted her. She has never wavered on that point. Y'all. Jane Doe says she stands by her claim but dropped the lawsuit because of fear of intimidation and retaliation from Jay-Z and his fans. Y'all, I'm just giving y'all the update. Listen, we had this conversation last night, y'all. I am just giving y'all the update on these people. I'm just telling you what these people done said now. I'm just giving y'all the update on what these people done said. Okay. Oh, I didn't put a line through Tamar. Oh, I meant to get to the Tamar of it all. Let me finish this, and then we're going to go back to Tamar before we get to Politricks, child. Let's go back to Tamar. Now, Diddy, if y'all want the full breakdown, y'all go check out my girl Pam, the Law Intellect Esquire over there, because she did the whole breakdown of the Diddy of it all. But let's talk about the update. You know, Diddy's trial is coming up in May, right? Cinco de Mayo, I think. But let's see what the latest update is. Okay, let's read the latest update. Diddy slams CNN for allegedly altering Cassie Ventura beating footage. All right. And CNN has produced a statement. I'll read y'all that in a second. But let me read you the article first. In a big swing as he faces life behind bars if found guilty, the Bad Boy Records founder now alleges that CNN altered, to his detriment, hotel security footage of him seemingly beating then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2016. The defense has confirmed through a forensic video analysis for the CNN footage that the government provided to the court and the footage provided by CNN in response to the defense subpoena that all CNN footage was substantially altered in significant respects. This was a letter that was submitted to the judge. This includes covering the timestamp and then changing the video sequence. The correspondence adds, it also includes speeding up the video to make it falsely appear that the actions in the video were taking place faster than they were. As a result, the CNN video did not fairly and accurately depict the events in question. The CNN claims are clearly not from the prosecutors in the otherwise mainly administrative-centric letter. Ahead of a major redacted section, the letter adds, finally, the defense has confirmed that CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded that footage onto a free editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though it knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation. But thank you, Don. I'm sorry. Didn't Diddy's team say that allegedly that tape was leaked by the feds? Didn't they try to say that the feds leaked that tape? So now they've confirmed that CNN actually purchased this tape from somebody. Oh, okay. Because remember they were saying that the feds did it. Remember they was trying to do that the feds did it. Now, okay. All right. Risking conceding the narrative to Combs and his relentless legal team, CNN was initially silent on the altercation claims. However, the Mark Thompson-run cable newser was pretty unequivocal in a statement released later. And CNN says the following: CNN never altered the video and did not destroy the original copy of the footage, which was retained by the source. A spokesperson for Warner Brothers Discovery owned outlet said Thursday CNN aired the story about the video several months before Combs was arrested, which is true. Combs had not been arrested when they put that tape out. Here's an updated statement. Oh no. Okay. Y'all, can I explain? Let me say this unequivocally. Fast or slow, an ass whooping is an ass whooping. I'm not understanding how CNN speeding up the footage changes the narrative. I'm not even understanding how taking it out of sequence changes the narrative. That man was running down the hall naked. He grabbed that girl, threw her to the ground, and proceeded to kick her multiple times. I need to understand how us seeing that in slow motion or fast changes what we saw. I don't even understand how you could put that in a different sequence and change what we saw. And I know I said that in a jokingly way, but I'm not joking about DV. I'm not. But honestly, what changes? What changes? Yeah, I think that's grasping at straws, Auntie Eva. I'm with you, boo. I mean, and don't get me wrong, that's what he pays the big bucks for, you know. That's what he pays the big bucks for. So thank you for renewing your membership, Vintage. I mean, I think the sad thing is if that's the best that y'all have, I mean, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad if that's the best you got. Right. See, if I was, and I'm sure they're going to do it because, you know, they went to law school and I didn't. But if I was, you know, a AUSA, the first thing I'm going to play is that apology video. I mean, not apology, is that when he said it didn't happen. Because he was adamant that he never put his hands on Cassie and that it was all lies. Remember he said that? It was all lies until that video dropped. Then all of a sudden he was crying and he was all apologetic. And then all of a sudden he was doing drugs and he regrets it. But you said it didn't happen, sir. You said it wasn't true. Now all of a sudden, now you got all these apologies. I'm sorry for 2004. Like you would never hit it to the tape drop. Let's get into the Tamar of it all before we get. We're gonna talk about this. Do we want to talk about this pastor before we get into these Politricks? Do we want to talk about this pastor down to the Texas? What's his name? Robert Morris. I feel like we talked about him before. Didn't we already talk about this lawsuit before? Because this was a civil case before he got indicted. But I guess we'll talk about it. But let's get to the Tamar of it all before we switch over to this. Because, y'all, let's talk about it. Now, child, these kids be emailing me like they really... Hilarious. You're hilarious. Anyway, let me let y'all hear. So Tamar addressed, she gave her side of what she feels like happened from her perspective between her and Craig the other night. Child, I'm gonna just let y'all hear it uninterrupted. And I'm sure that Chuck and Don and any of my other LGBTQIA friends in the chat, I'm sure y'all will have something to say. I'm gonna let y'all hear what I'm not gonna interrupt it. I'm gonna just let y'all hear what Tamar said.
A little back and forth this weekend with Craig Stewart.
I didn't mean it.
You didn't. Do you feel like you went a little too far by calling him a bitch? Because some people are.
No, and let me tell you why. We were at a gay event, and I was with my gay friends, and that's how we talk.
Tamar. Yeah, I'm done. But he seemed to get a little upset that you.
He shouldn't have gotten upset. Yeah. I think that everybody was inebriated.
Okay.
Because we were having a blast, and we came to a show to be gay. Gay, girl.
I'm
trying to figure. No, we're cool. He's actually coming tonight, and we're gonna go to dinner. First of all, I didn't ask for the mic. I actually declined the mic, and it was kind of pushed on me, right? And I'm just thinking I'm having a gay conversation with a gay man, and so I didn't know
a gay conversation.
What's the name of the show? Fag Talk.
That's the name of the show for real?
The name of the show is Fag Talk. So how you mad at me because I called you girl? Or your bitch?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
It wasn't like bitch. It was more like bitch. Like, that's what it got. Not being derogatory.
Yeah.
Right. That's the lingo. You know what I mean? And I'm a really big supporter and a part of the LGBTQ community. And I just didn't feel like it was not fitting.
Yeah.
To say that.
But this is because he criticized you. Do you feel like you take criticism well?
You know, this is entertainment. Yeah. You know, the internet loves to say that Tamar's problematic and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. When I was just being gay.
A little back and forth.
Shutting the fuck up is free. If you see, that's why I said the other night, that's why I said she didn't mean it. That's why I said she didn't mean it, because you still don't feel like you did anything wrong. And once again, just like Nene Leakes did, you have now reduced your gay friends to caricatures. You have reduced the gay community to your side, your almost like your accessories. For you to say, I was with my gay friends and we were at a gay event, and that is how the gays talk to each other. Once again, you have turned the gay community, the LGBTQIA community, into a monolith. They are not all the same. And it doesn't even matter if everything she said was true. That man told you don't say it to him, and therefore you shouldn't have said it. And at the end of the day, this tells me that you didn't mean what you said, that you absolutely meant to be disrespectful, and you'll do it again. Because you don't seem to feel like you have to respect the LGBT. Again, it goes back to the same shit that Dr. Heavenly was saying. You don't feel like, yes, a pocketbook. You don't feel like these are real men. Because calling a man a girl is not okay. Now, again, if you are amongst your gay friends and they don't have a problem with you doing it, then baby, that's y'all's friendship and that's y'all's situation. Like I said the other day, but here was a gay man that told you, hey girl, you're being disrespectful. And then you doubled down and said, but you got your titties out. And I told y'all the other night that I felt like that was disrespectful. Then you turned around and you called him a bitch. And I don't care how you meant it. If the man said that he felt like it was disrespectful, then it was disrespectful to him. Craig does not speak for the whole LGBTQIA community, just like your friend, Chanel, the Patty Pies guy, your friend over there, he don't speak for the whole LGBTQIA community. So if when y'all are talking to each other, he don't have no problem with you calling him girl, and he don't have no problem with you calling him bitch. That's y'all friendship. But he over here, this man over here told you it was disrespectful. James, thank you. James Wright Chanel. James Wright Chanel might not have no problem with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have gay friends that don't have no problem with girl. They do it all the time. Y'all seen T do it all the time. But you don't get to dictate when it's offensive to somebody and when it's not. You don't get to make that decision. Faye said when she get a gay slap, it's gonna feel like a real one. Y'all know what? Not only did she prove Craig right, you know what else that did? Baby, this is why, and I ain't trying to bring Funky back into this because Funky had nothing to do with this, because Funky said Tamar was wrong. But this is why when Funky gave his breakdown of Dr. Heavenly, that's why he said the things he said, because these are the people that he hangs with. Funky doesn't even hangs with the Tamars of the world and the Dr. Heavenlies of the world that feel this way. Right, Donna, but that's just like the other night when I was like, I have some friends who do not like the word bitch in any capacity. They don't like it whether you're playing. They don't like it whether you're serious. They don't like it. And because I know they don't like it, I don't use it in response to them, in relation to them. I have other friends and we be bitching back and forth all day long because that's our friendship. That's our relationship. But that's a part of respecting somebody, is knowing what their boundaries are and respecting them. And when I tell you what my boundaries are, if you don't have respect for me telling you what my boundaries are, right, Kay just said, I have a problem with that. Don't do that to me. JB said, now if I called her a muppet, she cried. Exactly. You know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, and then for them, when they said, that she said, I didn't ask for the mic, it was given to me. But ain't nobody tell you to be disrespectful when you got it. Girl, you could have sang a song. You could have gave him a little yang around the house. You could have gave us a little love and war. Like, ain't nobody, hell, Don Lemon started singing when he got the mic. He ain't even a singer. So, like, just because somebody asked you to say something on the mic did not mean you had to come for Craig. Not Jay, you done got blocked from Tamar done blocked you, girl. See, I said, girl, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. See, I know they're gonna be like, really, B, you just did it. That rolled off. I wasn't saying that because Jay it just rolled off my tongue. Honestly, y'all see, now they're gonna turn it into something. It really just rolled off my tongue. That really was a Freudian slip. Honestly, it was. She's a liar. She grabbed that mic. Ooh, see, Powerful was there that night. So Powerful said she lied. She grabbed that mic, and I believe Powerful. I would have believed the busboy over Tamar, but I believe Powerful because I know her, and I know she ain't lying on that woman. Now, see, Craig would be wrong if he took that clip and laid your ass out tonight. See, he'd be wrong, though, right? Craig would be wrong for getting that clip and laying your ass out. Tamar, you just don't know when to shut the up. I swear you don't. Child. All right, y'all. Let me see what we can get done in the next. Child, we've been here out. Okay. So we're going to talk about this pastor. We're going to talk about the L that Trump took today. And if we have time, we're going to get into the special education situation. I was going to talk about DC and the DC budget, but I ain't got time today. Child, just know that DC is a colony, and as a result, we are at the will of the government, which means that DC is probably about to get bent over and assaulted really badly without any Vaseline. And I'm going to leave it at that. Moving right along. Let's talk about this pastor, honey. Oh, Lord. Former Texas megachurch pastor indicted in Oklahoma on child abuse charges. Y'all know there's a word in between there, but y'all know I ain't gonna say that. Okay. Former pastor of a Texas megachurch who resigned after a woman accused him of abusing her in the 1980s has been indicted in Oklahoma on child abuse charges, the state attorney general's office said Wednesday. Robert Preston Morris, who is a former what's the word I'm looking for? Confidant, I guess, of the president, was charged with 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child. The alleged abuse started in 1982 when the victim referred in the indictment as Cece was 12 years old and Morris was a traveling evangelist staying in Hominy, Oklahoma with her family, according to the Attorney General's office. The abuse allegedly continued for 4 years. Cindy Clemmershire, Morris's accuser, said in a statement that she is very grateful to the authorities who have worked to make the indictment possible and is hopeful justice will ultimately prevail. After almost 43 years, the law has finally caught up with Robert Morris for the horrific crimes he committed against me as a child. She is now 55 and says it's time for the legal system to hold him accountable. Okay. She says she wants her name out there. Okay. So that's why her name was mentioned. She said she wants her name out there. Phone numbers associated with Morris were either disconnected or messages were not immediately returned Wednesday. It is unclear whether he even has an attorney. There can be no tolerance for those who assault and sexually prey on children, Attorney General Drummond said in a statement. This case is all the more despicable because the alleged perpetrator was a pastor who exploited his position. The victim in this case has waited far too many years for justice to be done. The Gateway Church, based in the Dallas suburb of Southlake, was founded by Morris in 2000. It said in a statement Wednesday that its members are praying for Cece and all of those impacted by this terrible situation. Child, they said they praying for her. We are aware of the actions being taken by the legal authorities in Oklahoma and are grateful for the work of the justice system in holding abusers accountable for their actions. Morris resigned last year from the church after allegations came to light on the religious watch blog, The Wartburg Watch. Cece told the Dallas Morning News last year that she met Morris in 1982 when he was a traveling preacher and began preaching at her family's church in Oklahoma. She said he was staying at her house when the abuse began. The church has multiple locations in the area. It is among the largest in the United States, according to the Attorney General's office. Morris was known to be politically active. The church hosted President Donald Trump on its Dallas campus in 2020 for a discussion on race relations. Morris could face up to 20 years in prison for each of the 5 charges. He's 63. He's not serving 20 years for 5. He's not serving. He's 63. According to the Attorney General's office, he was not in custody as of Wednesday. May the road rise to meet him. I know that's right. I like that C. Golden. I'm with you on that one, C. Golden. May the road rise to meet him. Right, JB, race relations, child. Race relations. We actually talked about this I believe we read the civil case when that was filed months ago. I believe, somebody correct me, Tracy will remember. I really feel like we read the civil case on this months ago, but the criminal case has been filed. And again, if y'all want the full breakdown, Pam did go over that today on her channel. If y'all want the full breakdown, child, I just had too many stories to go over today for me to be going over all these legal cases today. But Pam did do a breakdown over on her channel if y'all want to hear the actual indictment. Okay. Okay. Now let's get into some of these politricks. Let's get into some of these politricks. I don't remember, Chuck, the details of when she told her family and all of that. I don't remember all those details. I honestly don't. Yeah, I don't remember the details. I feel like, see, we went over so many cases, y'all. I don't even want to pretend. I don't even want to try to recall anything because I don't want to get it wrong. Because y'all know this came out around the same time as all those, you know, when Diddy and Aaron Hall, and it seemed like every day it was another lawsuit. So I really don't remember all of the details, and I don't want to pretend. But I feel like I really don't want to say, but I feel like the parents did file a complaint, which is why he had to leave, why he went to Texas. I feel like something did happen, but not legally. I feel like something happened, but not legally back then. You see what I'm saying? But I could be wrong because, again, it was so many lawsuits, y'all. I just don't remember. But I feel like I remember a church one where the father made a complaint or so. I feel like, but let me just say I don't remember because I could be talking about a totally different lawsuit, y'all. We went over so many lawsuits back during that time when all those different. I just don't know. I don't know. Let me just leave it at that because I could be talking about a totally different case. All right, Trump had a major loss in court today. And I told you guys, I told you guys that a lot of these cases, a lot of these things that Donald Trump is doing are going to go to hold on. Hold on. I told you guys when all this stuff was happening that a lot of these things, Pam said she had to leave their church or they would go to the police. That was years ago. Pam said he had to. Okay, thank you, K Smile. I thought it was something along those lines. But I could not remember and I didn't want to misspeak. So K Smile, yes. I felt like I thought that it was something along those lines that like they kept it in-house, like nobody went to the authorities, but that it was addressed. That's what I thought. Okay. Pam said that he had to leave their church or they would go to the police. Yeah. So I thought that's what it was, that he got ran out of Oklahoma, which is how he ended up in Texas. That's what I thought I remembered. That is what I thought I remembered. Thank you. Thank you, K Smile. I told you that a lot of what Trump was doing was going to have to go to court, and most of it he was going to lose, or he should lose. Now we all know that when it comes to the courts and judges and all of that stuff, it don't always go the way we think it's going to go. But I told you that I thought a lot of these cases would end up being thrown out, or being reversed. A lot of what he's doing, he is circumventing the law. The problem is he knows that he doesn't care, and he's gambling with either the judge siding with him or just doing whatever he wants to do. He's already been found in contempt, and his response is, what you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it, right? Okay, I'm in contempt of court. And so today he actually got a major win. And the judge actually chastised him really badly. Well, the government. So today, the Trump administration was ordered to give thousands, not hundreds, thousands of federal workers their jobs back. U.S. District Judge William also ordered that federal agencies rehire probationary employees who were terminated en masse, citing it was unlawful. In a blistering ruling on Thursday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to immediately offer thousands of recently fired federal employees their jobs back. U.S. District Judge William also ordered that federal agencies, including the Department of Defense, Treasury, Energy, Interior, Veterans Affairs, and Agriculture, rehire probationary employees who were terminated en masse, citing it was unlawful. The lawsuit was brought by federal employee unions, came after the Trump administration implemented the mass firings as part of Trump's aim to significantly shrink the federal bureaucracy and eliminate so-called government waste. However, the judge, who was appointed by Bill Clinton, so he'd been there for a minute. He was appointed by Bill Clinton. So he'd been there for a while. Told the Justice Department attorneys that the firings of probationary federal employees were not justified. Through the DOJ, argued that in court that the termination was a result of bad performance, also called their bluff, describing the justification as a gimmick. It's sad. It's a sad day when our government would fire some good employees and say it was based on performance when they know good and well it's a lie. Now, the judge said when they know good and well it's a lie. The judge said, I know good and well it's a lie. As Politico pointed out, even if an appellate court upholds the judge's ruling, it doesn't mean that all fired employees will get their jobs back. While the judge acknowledged that the administration has the authority to lay off employees, he noted that by moving in haste, the federal government sidestepped laws that lay out proper procedures for reduction in force. He told Trump's lawyers it can be done if it's done in accordance with the law. And that's the problem with 90% of what Trump is doing. Trump absolutely has the authority to reduce the workforce. The way he's doing it is the problem. Probationary federal workers do not have the same protections as civil service workers. However, despite its name, probationary status is very common in the federal workforce. Politico reports many newly hired employees begin as probationary employees and are often under probationary status even after being hired permanently. Even after being promoted. The mass firing of federal employees has incensed federal employee unions, leading to workers protesting. Did y'all see they took over Trump Tower today? Baby, they took over Trump Tower. Anyway, that's another conversation. Child, they say black women didn't sit on Capitol Hill to save democracy from MAGA. So, okay, hold on. Hold on, let me finish reading this article. The mass firings of federal employees. Oh, I just read that. Okay. On Thursday, during a rally on Capitol Hill, black women leaders and activists described the mass firings. U.S. Senator Angela Also Brooks from Maryland scolded the Trump administration and White House advisor Elon Musk for attacking federal workers, noting that a third of the federal workforce are vets. Think about how despicable it is that a billionaire who has been given the keys to our government has the audacity to come out and try to cut benefits and workers. Also, Brooks also recalled her grandmother, who was a federal employee, who taught herself how to type. Okay, that's great. Okay. She went on to tell the story, child. That's fine. Y'all, listen. See, the problem is they just want to do it and do it without, they want to do it and do it now. The problem is they don't want to go through the process. A lot of these people, and let me tell you what's not in this article that also happened today in court. The director of OPM, the director of personnel management, OPM was operational personnel management, he refused to testify. And not only did he refuse to testify, he rescinded the statement that his statement that he gave the court, which said that those people were fired due to performance. I said, oh, he got a friend that's an attorney and told him, you might want to get out of this. Baby, he didn't even show up to court. The judge was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? How you not going to come? Right. He's one of the authors of Project 2025. Well, guess what? He left them hanging today. His ass didn't show up in court. The judge was like, I'm sorry, the person who was in charge of firing all these people ain't coming down here to testify. And he rescinded the statement that he submitted to the court. The judge said, okay, well, I mean, if he ain't here, what you want me to do? He refused to show up. What you want me to do? And not only did he refuse to show up, he rescinded his statement to the court that said we fired these people based on performance. What you want me to do? Before we get into our last, first of all, it's 200 people in the chat. I'm gonna do another shameless plug. Do not forget that we are getting on the ship, honey. We are getting on the ship in February. There's the information. If you are interested in going on the cruise with us, reach out to me and I will forward this flyer to you. I will forward the flyer to you, but it's a 3-day cruise. It's a 3-day cruise. Hold on, let me take this off so y'all can see the whole thing. It's a 3-day cruise. Again, that's the information. If you just want to call it and book it, that's the 1-800 number to call and book down at the bottom of the screen. That is the group number, and the name of the group is Tribe, TRIBE, Bowl, BOWL. If you that's the information. I'll leave it up there for a quick second before we get into this last story. Yeah, child, they took over Trump Tower. Child, listen. Lord, where? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to take this down. All right. Now, I want to keep reminding you guys, and when I say you guys, I know I'm not talking to y'all. I know I'm talking to the people that are probably in the clouds that won't drop down or that just don't watch me, and that's fine too. But remember when the election first happened and I was very upset, you know, and I came down here and I told y'all that anybody that voted for Trump, I just can't fuck with you. And I said, because this isn't about a separation of political ideology. Like, I'm okay with a separation of political ideology. I have been friends with Republicans my whole life. I mean, I went to a predominantly white Catholic high school. You think them people wasn't Republican? Hello, okay? So I can live with that. I'm talking about MAGA. And I told you guys that because when it comes to Donald Trump, either you are racist, misogynist, xenophobe, or you're okay with people being racist, misogynist, and xenophobic. And I told you that what this man wanted to do, because I believed Project 2025, that what this man wanted to do was beyond politics. Remember, I told y'all that. So I'm going to keep reminding you of examples as to why I say what I say and I mean what I say when I say it. Now, we know that Donald Trump's goal is to gut the department, will ultimately close the Department of Education. But in the meantime, what he's doing right now is he's gutting it. And if you didn't watch the Teacher Project 2.0, can one of my moms drop the link to Teacher Project 2.0, the video we did yesterday, where we absolutely went through what that looks like now that they have fired over 1,300 people that work for the Department of Education and how they have gutted the Office of Civil Rights, which give protections to people, specifically students who are dealing with disabilities, being discriminated against because of their color, because of their sexuality. Remember, we had that conversation yesterday, right? So today I wake up to this. 17 states, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 states sue to end protections for students with special needs. Yes, El Teddy and I will do a further breakdown on the Teacher Project 2.0, but I just had to talk about it. And I didn't have time. Y'all know I got home from work late, yada, yada, yada. Okay. The Rehabilitation Act of 1973 was signed into law by President Richard Nixon in September of 1973. Section 504 of the Act codified the civil rights of persons with disabilities. No otherwise qualified individual can be simply because of their disability denied the benefits of or subject to discrimination in any program or activity that receives federal funds. So if you work in a school, you are very familiar with that term 504. Oh, they have a 504 plan, a 504, because it comes specifically from the law, the section 504. Okay. The law has turned out to be hugely important in education, offering an even broader definition of students with special needs than the Individuals with Disabilities Act, which our whole Department of Education secretary didn't even know what it was. Baby, when I say I saw a clip today, I might have saved it on my Twitter. I saw a clip today of Waltz, you know, the man that should be our vice president, breaking down the Individuals with Disability Act. And he said an educator not knowing what the Individuals with Disability Act is the same as you taking your car to the mechanic and they don't know how to change the oil. I said, you better break it down. You better break it down. Now, 16 states have joined Texas in a lawsuit asking the court to declare Section 504 unconstitutional. On the surface, the lawsuit appears to be one more battle over the rights of transgender citizens. Under the Biden administration, the Section 504 definition of disability was expanded to recognize that gender dysmorphia may be considered a physical or mental impairment. And gender dysmorphia is what a lot of transgender people deal with. But anyway, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued the Biden administration in September 2024, saying it was abusing executive action to sidestep the law. The state is suing, Paxton said, because HHS has no authority or to unilaterally rewrite statutory definitions and classify gender dysmorphia as a disability. The suit spins over 30 pages objecting to the addition of gender dysmorphia to Section 504. It argues against the rules understanding of gender dysmorphia. It argues against the characterization of Alsman and Olmsted, a 1999 case that found persons with mental disabilities have the right to live outside of institutions. It argues that the new definition conflicts with the Americans with Disabilities Act. It inserts many negative impacts for each of the students that have joined the suit, including, in many cases, challenges with Medicaid compliance. Then, on page 37, as it reached its third of 4 counts, the lawsuit switches gears, arguing not for an exception, of the new language, but the elimination of Section 504 entirely. The suit argues that Section 504 is coercive, untethered to the federal interest in disability, and unfairly retroactive, and therefore unconstitutional. 504 plans are common in all 50 states. Like an IEP, a 504 plan put in place a specialized program and supports to help students with special needs succeed and ensures that they will not be discriminated against in classes or activities. 504 plans address a variety of needs, including visual impairment, diabetes, heart disease, epilepsy, depression, and ADHD. Excuse me. Section 504 is meant to guarantee that these students cannot be discriminated against and that they will get the supports they need as they receive a free and appropriate public education. Excuse me, I need to get some water. Absolutely, Auntie Eva. It's like using an Uzi to kill a mosquito. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get some water. Now they need to remove all the ramps down in Texas. Child. So let me give y'all, for those of you who don't understand how 504 can affect everybody. It's not just your state, Brian. That's actually one of the examples I was getting ready to use. Not just your state, Brian. So let me give y'all an example of how a 504 plan can affect every single person in this country. If you have a child in school, that's what I'm saying. Your child plays football. They break their leg in the football game. It's a really bad fracture. And they're in a wheelchair for 6 weeks. The 504 plan can cover your child having accommodations while they're in that wheelchair. Maybe having all of their classes on one floor. Maybe having access to the elevator if the school has an elevator to take them upstairs. Maybe even having the nurse wheel them around to class. What if your child deals with seasonal depression? And when the weathers change, there's certain accommodations that need to be made. Maybe they need to be able to go see the counselor more often. Maybe they might, miss some school, and that it's part of the 504 plan. What if your child wears glasses? A 504 could be that they have to sit in the front of the room. I had a student one time that had a 504. They were hearing impaired. And we had to wear the little things around our neck, the amplifiers, so it would be louder. And all of his teachers had to wear one when he was in class. That's a 504 plan. Oh, child, we been not doing No Child Left Behind, child. Nickel B been gone, child, been gone. So, like, you're focused on how the Biden administration used the 504 to include transgender students. So rather than deal with that one clause, you want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and get rid of the whole 504. And I would venture to guess. That some of those people in the legislature for these 17 states have kids with a 504 plan. Exactly. I mean, a 504 plan could be temporary, or it could be the entirety of your child's time in school. My daughter currently has an IEP for autism, but she was just diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy, and we can't have both IEP and 504 plan. You don't need both. You wouldn't need both. Lovely soul, you don't need a 504 if your child has an IEP for epilepsy. I mean, for if they have an IEP for autism and she was just diagnosed, you just need to go back. You need to go back to the team, and y'all need to adjust her IEP to include that new diagnosis. She doesn't need you're right. She doesn't need both. You're absolutely correct. A child, you don't get both, but you don't need both. Yeah, just go back to the table. Lovely soul, just call the school tomorrow. Tell them you requested, or reach out to her special ed teacher, or who you should have her case manager. That's the word I'm looking for. Reach out to her case manager tomorrow, or and tell them that you want to convene a meeting. And they have a certain amount of time that they have to convene that meeting. And when y'all go back to the table, bring that diagnosis, bring the paperwork, and have her IEP amended. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Yeah. It absolutely would affect Governor Hot Wheels. It sure would, but he don't care. He don't care. Yeah, the special ed coordinator, your case manager, like whatever that title is at your child's school. But they should have a case manager, her special education teacher, like whomever, but somebody on that team. And you tell them that you are, and put it in writing. Send an email. Even if you talk to somebody on the phone, send an email. .504 is more inclusive than an IEP. What do you mean, Share My Love? What you mean by that? Inclusive of what? So now we have 17 states that want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And guess what? They've gutted the Office of Civil Rights in the Department of Education. So 504 is more inclusive than IEP. You just wrote disability. I'm trying to understand, because I want to learn. If you're teaching me something that I don't know, but I don't understand when you just write disability. I don't know what. I just don't know what that means when you say a 504 is more inclusive than an IEP, and you said more inclusive. I don't understand what that means. Greg Abbott had a tree fall on him, ended up in a wheelchair. He learned nothing about humanity. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to maneuver the world in a wheelchair for only a couple of months, and it's a total, like, that experience, I will never forget that experience. I will never forget what that felt like. having to maneuver the world in a wheelchair. I will never forget how that felt like. But Johnny, they don't care. They don't care about them ADHD. They don't care about these kids. Listen, they don't care about these kids, period. Exclamation point and period. They do not care about these kids. All right, we can ready to get out of here, but I want to see what Share My Love is going to say, because I want to understand what they're saying. Because again, I learn something new every day, you guys. I want to understand what they're saying. Right? Remember when Nelly was in that wheelchair, child? Little House on the Prairie. You know they don't care about these kids. JB said they ain't never care about these kids. I can agree with you on that one. All right, I'm about to get out of here. I wanted to see what Share My Love was gonna say. I don't know if they're typing or not. But but thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for renewing your membership. Vintage. Thank you everybody for being here. Okay, we went back to the team and we met and had an IEP amend to include her new diagnosis with seizure. 504 includes more disability. Oh, I see what you're saying, Share My Love. Right. Yeah, I got what you're saying. That the 504 includes more disabilities. Yeah, I got what you're saying. I understand you now. I just want to understand, because again, I learn something new every day. Yeah, I hope you got it. I got what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. And I do remember, it's been a long time since I dealt with because I used to be on the special ed team at my school, and I used to help write IEPs. I actually used to be on the summer team when I worked in DC, where I used to actually when they had to have IEP meetings over the summer. I was one of the people that they would call, and I got paid. Obviously I got paid to do it, and I'm one of the people that they would call to be the general ed teacher on the team, and I used to help write IEPs. So it's been a long time since I've kind of done it, but I do know that, yeah, Share My World, you are right, that they started kind of reducing and combining disabilities and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know what you mean. Because now they good for the other health impairments. They real good with other health impairments. I'm sure my daughter has ADHD, but I have questions about what to do. First thing you need to do is get her tested. You need to get her tested. How old is she? My suggestion would be get her tested. You can either have the school test her, or you can get her tested yourself. If you get her tested yourself, you would have to pay if the school refuses to do it, then you can get the school to pay for it. If I'm remembering correctly, if y'all in the chat, y'all know better than me, then correct me. You can request that the school do it, and if they refuse to do it, you can, but you can either get it done yourself and pay out of pocket, or you can have the school do it. And then once you have her tested, see what the test comes back. And then if you don't see any, if it's not, that's medical, so it has to go to the, okay. I've seen schools do it, but again, things have changed. It's been years since I've done it. But if it's not impeding her educational progress, that's a 504. That's more of a 504. Can you hit me up on the back end? Hit me up on the back end. You said you're running into the school, not following through. The law says, we'll talk, because I don't know where you are in the process. But let me just say this. You put it in writing that you want your child tested. They have a certain amount of time to get it done. Once you put it in writing and you submit it to the school, the clock starts. The clock starts. So if you're saying you're running into the school not following through, I need to know where you are in that process. Nitwit said, if you have insurance, try to find a child neurologist. It's usually no wait. My son was placed in a 504 for ADD. That was years ago. Yeah, they call it ADD. I don't think they even use ADD anymore. Kenya, is there a common mental health center in your area? I work for LifeSpring Health Systems in Southern Indiana. We're a nonprofit and take insurance. Okay. See, look, Kenya, look at all these people giving you information. I'm a pause for a second so Kenya can get all this information, y'all. Kenya, get you a pen or a screenshot it or whatever, because people are giving you some good information, my love. Okay, yeah, email me, but get some of this stuff people are putting in the chat. Somebody said if you have insurance, reach out to a child neurologist. If you need a referral, go to your pediatrician and get a referral. Chuck said look for a mental health center in your area, and he said that his group, they take insurance. Yeah, email me because I still want to talk to you, but find out what some of these people get some of this information. They're giving you some good stuff, boo. Oh, yeah, definitely document everything. Absolutely document everything. Like I said, the clock starts, and there's a timeline for everything. Under IDEA, baby, there's a timeline for everything. Every step of the process has to be done within a certain amount of time. And if they go past that there has to be some legitimate situations going on, like you had a big snowstorm and school couldn't meet or something like that. If they go outside of that, then you get into some other stuff. Unfortunately, because of where we are with the Department of Education, you ain't gonna get no help from them right now, child. Lavender Ghost says, have your child's teacher write up what they notice about your child in class and out of class too. Okay. Lady of Soul said when they had their daughter tested for autism, they paid out of pocket, but they were able to file it on their taxes. See, I didn't know that. See, I'm learning something new. I didn't know you could file that stuff on your taxes. The teacher is saying she doesn't have it as if she's a professional. Yeah, the teacher, no. You ain't asked the teacher if she had it. You asked the teacher to, okay. We'll talk offline, boo. Yeah, hit me up. We'll talk offline because, child, don't get me started. We'll be here another 30 minutes. And I've been here for 2 hours. I'm about to get up off of here. I'm about to go watch the Behind the Gates. Now, I got to go watch this tonight. If y'all want y'all round up, I got to go watch Behind the Gates. Yeah, with dates and names. Yeah, whoever you talk to, write their name down, what day you talk to them. Get you a notebook. Keep your notes. Baby, I've had meetings. I've had special ed meetings with parents, baby, that have come in there with portfolios like this that go back to kindergarten or the very first meeting, baby. I've dealt with some parents that don't play no games. Do you hear me? Then I've dealt with some other parents that play all of the games. But honey, I have dealt with some parents that don't play no games. Child. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Tomorrow's Friday. No more traders. We are done with traders. But I'm either going to do the weekly roundup. I'm either going to do Behind the Gates tomorrow night, or we'll do a tribe meeting or something. But I'll be here tomorrow night, honey. I do have a couple of errands to run after work, but I should be home at a decent time, child. So we'll either do our Behind the Gates live roundup, or we'll do a regular tribe meeting. Yeah, I'm not sure. We might do Behind the Gates tomorrow. Or maybe we'll do Raising Canaan. But we'll do something tomorrow night. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.